The following is a special presentation of Retro Sports Network, home of the champions of the past, present, and future. Okay, you start with me. And my macaroni and cheese now. The wrong side. Good. Yeah, I got it. All right. You start with me. On camera first before we get into this. What was a pre-play World Series has now turned into a what-if because, as most of you know, or all of you know, the World Series is over. The Red Sox have won. Life is good. Cats, it's National Cat Day. Cats getting along with dogs, blah, 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 blah. But if you've been watching this series off and on the Retro Sports Network, it's not over. The Dodgers have a chance to win. They have two chances to win. They start with Game 6 at Fenway Park, which is about what we're going to do. I wondered last night if I could continue, and now Red Sox fan being the slave driver, good friend that he is, said, yeah, go ahead and finish it. You should. So that's what you're about to see. We're going to play Game 6. The Dodgers lead 3-2. If the World Series ends, I'll get on camera. We'll jabber for a little bit. If not, I can't see the chat yet, so I don't know what you're asking. If not, we'll play Game 7. So the Retro Sports Network World Series now is a what if, and we should have some fun with it. So let me get up the screen for you, and away we go. It's Max and Herb Pilgrim. How are you, guys? Good to have you with me tonight. And thanks for tuning in. Don't forget Herb as Aldrich Daw and I in the last chapter of Dungeons & Dragons 5th Edition. Opening series will be Thursday night at 8 p.m. Eastern on ID Jester's channel. And I hope that Herb and I get to do this again, because it's been so much fun. Hasn't it, Herb? I hope you've had fun. I know I have. All right, so enough of the soap opera stuff. My acting, I haven't done role play acting like that since I was in high school. All right, on to the game itself. It is Game 6 between the Red Sox and the Dodgers. And as Herb would like you to believe, the Dodgers are one game away from winning the championship. The Red Sox owe their season down to David Price. That didn't work too well for the Dodgers, didn't it? The Dodgers will counter with Clayton Kershaw. So this really is the Game 5 matchup in a Game 6 setting. The weather tonight in Boston, 61 degrees and clear. The wind, what little there is blowing in from 4 miles an hour from center field. It's just not going to be a factor. David Price won his start. It must have been Game 2 at Fenway Park. In 5 2/3 innings, he allowed 3 hits, no home runs. He walked 1 and struck out 4. And this is a lineup that he'll be facing tonight. Max Muncy leads off and plays first. Justin Turner, the third baseman, bats second. Manny Machado, broke my heart to see him as the last out last night. As the shortstop, he'll bat third. Yasiel Puig will play right and bat fourth. David Freese is the DH. Kike Hernandez will bat sixth and play second. Cody Bellinger, the computer actually added him tonight, will bat seventh and play center. Chris Taylor, who played left field in the World Series for the Dodgers, will bat eighth. And Austin Barnes, the catcher, will bat ninth. Clayton Kershaw on the mound. He's good for about 90 pitches. Defensively for the Red Sox, it's Benintendi, Bradley Jr., and Betts in the outfield. Nunez is at third. He's a 5. Bogarts is a 5 at short. Kinsler is a 10 at second. And Pierce is the World Series MVP, is a 5 at first. And Sid Leon is going to catch. He caught a good series. So Muncy is 3 for 17 on the series. It's pretty simple. Dodgers win, it's over. If not, it's Game 7 and all hell will break loose. And so we're ready. And Price says he's ready. Oops, I got to change that. I'm not playing home team. Dodgers are now computer. All right, that's what that was. So we're ready. And here's the start of Game 6. Muncy with the fly ball to right center. Back goes Betts. He'll turn and watch it go. So a leadoff homer by Max Muncy puts the Dodgers up 1-0 right from the start. And the natives are getting restless here at Fenway. Justin Turner, 4 for 20 on the series. A double and a triple with an RBI. Not what the Red Sox wanted. Here's the pitch to Turner. Fly ball to center. Back goes Bradley. He's got it. He makes a diving catch, as a matter of fact. That's an absolute web gem. I'm not sure why I get the short play-by-play here at Fenway, not the long one at in Los Angeles. And there is no bigger fake Los Angeles Dodger fan right now than Herb Pilgrim, my buddy. Here's Machado. Manny is 7 for 21 on the series with a home run and 6 RBI. Price delivers, and there's a fly ball to left. Benintendi's there, 2 out. Yasiel Puig. You can hear the crowd all right. I changed the sound setting on that, so it didn't distract me as much. It gets a little too loud behind that game. Puig is at 313, a homer and 4 RBI. That's 5 for 16. And Price is ready. Here's the pitch, and there's a little looper into left center. Bogarts goes out, Benintendi and Bradley come in for it, and it's a base hit for Puig. So 2 hits for the Dodgers here in the first, and that brings up the DH David Freese. He's 2 for 7 with a home run and 3 RBI. Price's delivery, ball 4. And so I got to be careful how long I let Price go here, because if the Red Sox lose, that's the series. Kike Hernandez at 5 for 17. 2 home runs and 5 RBI. 2 out, top the first, 1-0 Dodgers. Pitch from Price. Strike 3, they got it. Okay, you can hear the crowd good. All right. That's good. So the Dodgers go down 1 run, 2 hits, and no errors after a half an inning. Dodger fans getting happy. It's 1-0. And so Clayton Kershaw did not win his start. He went 4 1/3 innings, allowed 8 hits, a walk, and 6 strikeouts. And has an ERA of 6.23 in this World Series. His lineup, it will be Mookie Betts leading off in right. Andrew Benintendi in the left. So that second, J.D. Martinez is back to the DH. Remember, he's sitting on 5 home runs. If he homers either tonight or if we get to 2 games tonight, he'll have set the record for most home runs in a World Series. Xander Bogaerts will bat forward. Steve Pearce, what a story he is, guys. Real World Series MVP. He's hitting 500 in this one. Ian Kinsler bats 6th. Jackie Bradley Jr. will bat 7th. Edwin Nunez bats 8th and plays 3rd. Rafael Devers is still on my bench list, and Sandy Leon will catch and bat 9. Price threw only 21 pitches in the first. Mookie on 316 on the World Series, 6 for 19 with an RBI, but he has 6 runs scored. Kershaw is ready, and there's a fly ball to center. Back goes Bellinger to the track, 1 out. Andrew Benintendi has not had a good series. 3 for 17 with an RBI. And Kershaw delivers, and there's a liner to Kike Hernandez for the out. So he's at second. Oh, I probably should go through the defense. It's Chris Taylor, who's actually a good, normally a shortstop, but good left fielder. 5 and 6. Cody Bellinger is 7 and 4. And Yasiel Puig is a 9 and 10. It's Turner at third, he's a 7. Machado at short, he's a 7. Hernandez is a 6 at second. And Muncy is a 5 at first. The Dodgers played a lot of Muncy at second. Barnes, good range is 7, but not a good arm as a 2. And here's J.D. Martinez. He's 10 for 21 with 5 home runs and 12 RBI. Kershaw delivers, and there's a ground ball to Turner over to Muncy. And that retired. No, it throws him off the bag. Muncy was pulled off on a bad throw by Turner. And so it's an E5. And that'll bring up Bogaerts, who was 9 for 20. He's hitting 450 with an RBI and 2 doubles. So let's see. Bad defense cost the Red Sox dearly in Los Angeles. Let's see what happens here in Boston. Kershaw shakes it off. Pitch to Bogarts. Fly ball to center. Bellinger is there. And that finally retires the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. After one inning. It's the Dodgers 1, the Red Sox nothing. Bring up Cody Bellinger, who was 1 for 4. He walked and struck out. The Price, the Red Sox hope is right, delivers, and he gets Bellinger to swing and miss for the first out. So a 3-pitch strikeout, and that brings up Chris Taylor, who was 0 for 3 on the series with a run scored and 2 strikeouts. Here's the pitch. Ground ball to Bogarts. So over to Pierce, 2 out. So Price settling in now. Trailing 1-0 as Austin Barnes comes to the plate. Dodgers just didn't get anything out of their catchers in the series. Happened in real life, too. Barnes 1 for 7. With 4 strikeouts. Make it 5 as Price got him. So a 1-2-3 inning for David Price, and after 1.5, it's 1-0 Los Angeles. Pierce, Kinsler, and Bradley Jr. See, Pierce is 5 for 10 with 2 RBI. Kershaw threw 15 pitches in the first. And gets Pierce to swing and miss here and to start the second inning. So that's the first strikeout for Kershaw. Here's Ian Kinsler, 4 for 16 with 2 RBI. And the pitch, ground ball left side. Machado over to Muncy. Got him. No! Again, that's the second. They really need to do a throw through Muncy off the bang, and that's the second Dodger error. Usually you get some sort of indication on the video chalkboard that an error is about to happen, and that's the second time tonight I've been called on that. Anyway, here's Jackie Bradley Jr. 3 for 20 on the series. No home runs or RBI. He struck out 12 times, and boy, wouldn't the Red Sox love to get something out of him. Pitch from Kershaw. There's a little looper that's going to fall into right center. That's a base hit. Kinsler will hold at second, and so is first and second for Eduardo Nunez, who had a 6 RBI game 5. 5 for 11. Now it, as I mentioned earlier, drove in 6. He has Kinsler in scoring position. 1 out, bottom of the second. Kershaw delivers, and there's a fly ball to center field. Bellinger has it lined up, and that's an out. Kinsler bluffs, but goes back into second. 2 out for Leon. Sandy 4 for 13 on the series with a home run in that game 1 and 4 RBI. Kershaw delivers, and Leon puts that one into left center field. Kinsler will score. Bradley Jr. holds at third, and Sandy Leon with a huge RBI ties game 6 at 1. And I can see Herb Pilgrim going. So 37 pitches for the first 9 batters for Kershaw in an inning and 2/3. He allowed 2 hits, has an unearned run, and a strikeout. I'm going to do Walker Buehler if the Red Sox win. It would be Buehler and Porcello in Game 7. Mookie Betts is 0 for 1. Here's the pitch. Here's a ground ball up the middle. Hernandez on the grass over to Muncy, and that retires the side. Not before the Red Sox tie Game 6, a run on 2 hits and an error. After 2, it's Los Angeles 1, Boston 1. But David Price has 33 pitches over his first 9. 2 innings, 2 hits. The home run to Muncy was earned. And he has walked 1 and struck out 3. The pitch. There's a pop-up left side. Bogarts, 1 out. Justin Turner is 0 for 1. He had an error. The error didn't really hurt. Pitch from Price. Ground ball to Nunez comes in on the grass with the bang-banger over to Pierce. 2 out. So here's Machado. Manny's 0 for 1. 1-1 tie, top the third. Price delivers, and there's a fly ball to left. Benintendi comes in and makes the catch to retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. After 2.5 at Fenway, it's Los Angeles 1, Boston 1. So Benintendi's 0 for 1. J.D. Martinez and Bogaerts to follow. Kershaw. Fly ball to right. Puig makes the... No, he can't handle it. And Benintendi's going for 2, and he's in there. Puig had it lined up. It's not a windy night, and he closed the glove before it got there. And so Benintendi turns it out into a 2-base error, and that's the third Dodger error of the game. Yep. 148 days till opening day. So settle in and hope for the best in this. What if Game 6 and possibly Game 7? J.D. Martinez is 0 for 1. And the go-ahead run is on second. Here's the pitch to Martinez. It gets away from Barnes. Kershaw went way outside and it got away from everybody. So everybody at Fenway's up. Benintendi's on third. A 1-1 count, nobody out. Here's the pitch. Got him. He swung way too early. Kershaw went off speed. Martinez wanted fastball. And there's one away for Xander Bogaerts, who was 0 for 1. That's Kershaw's second of the game. He delivers to Bogaerts. He got him. Bogaerts went down looking. Kershaw painted the black on the outside, and he's got 2 outs. 2 big strikeouts. And here's Steve Pearce. He struck out his first time up. Here's the pitch. There goes Benintendi. Ground ball to Turner. Over to Muncy. And he's out. So no runs, no hits. And the error by Puig does not hurt. They go to the fourth. It's the Dodgers 1, the Red Sox 1. It'll be Puig, Freese, and Kike Hernandez, or Enrique, if you will, for the Dodgers here in the fourth. Puig has singled his first time up and got away with a 2-base error in the third. The Dodgers have 3 errors in this game. Price's pitch. Puig laces that one up the middle. Ian Kinsler should have had that stop, but he did not. And so Puig reaches on a single, the third Dodger hit. He is 2 for 2. And that brings up David Freese, who walked his first time. Price hits Freese. And so the Dodgers are in business here in the fourth. Puig on second. Freese on first. Here comes Hernandez, who struck out his first time up. Pitch from Price. Liner to Nunez for the out. Everyone held, and Nunez records the first out. So I'll bring up Cody Bellinger, who struck out his first time up. 1 of 3 by Price. Here's the pitch. Fly ball to right. Betts has it lined up, and he makes the catch. Puig will hold at second, and there are 2 out for Chris Taylor. He's 0 for 1. The pitch. Ball 4, and they're loaded for Austin Barnes, who struck out his first time up. 1-1 tie, top the fourth. Dodgers have them loaded. Puig on third, Freese on second, and Chris Taylor on first. David Price in a world of trouble here in the fourth. Sandy Leone goes out to have a few words. Price says, I know what I'm doing. Ground ball, that's going to be a little looper into left center. That's a base hit. Puig will score. Here comes Freese. Taylor goes into third. It's a 2-run single, and that's the night for Price. The Dodgers go up 3-2, 3-1. And they don't have much of a choice. They got to go with it, and they're going to go with Heath Hembree first. Hembree has pitched 2 innings in this World Series, allowed 3 hits. He's walked 2 and struck out 2. has an ERA of 9. 2 out, 3-1 Dodgers, top of the 4th. Muncy at the plate. Muncy with a solo shot in first. 1 for 2. Here's the pitch. Ball 4. Dodgers have them loaded again. This could be the series right here. Justin Turner is 0 for 2. Here's the pitch. Here's a ground ball to Kinsler. Over to Pierce, and that will retire the side. Not before the Dodgers taste David Price. After 3.5, it is Los Angeles 3, Boston 1. So Kinsler, Bradley, and Nunez for the Red Sox here in the 4th. Kershaw has struck out 3 through 3. Kinsler reached and scored on the air by Machado in the 2nd. Here's the pitch from Kershaw. That's a base hit left side. Kinsler will hold at first, and the Red Sox respond right away for Jackie Bradley Jr., who singled his first time up. Hi, Al. How are you? Pitch to Bradley. That gets away from Barnes. It's a wild pitch. That's Kershaw's 2nd wild pitch. So Kinsler is on 2nd. Bradley's at the plate. Kershaw delivers. Strike 3. He swung on and missed, and that's 4 for Kershaw. He got in trouble in the 3rd and bailed himself out with strikeouts, and now he might do the same thing here in the 4th. Here's Nunez. He's 0 for 1. Kershaw delivers, and there's a fly ball to center. Back goes Bellinger. He makes the catch. Kinsler will hold. We're not running ourselves out on a coin flip here. Sandy Leona drove in Kinsler, and the 2nd is up. Dodgers 3, Red Sox 1, bottom of the 4th. David Price started this game, and he's already gone. Here's the pitch. Leone swings and misses for strike 3, and so Kershaw, again, he gets into trouble, he gets out of trouble. We go to the 5th. It's Los Angeles 3, Boston 1. So Machado, swing and freeze for the Dodgers here in the 5th. Machado's 0 for 2. And for Al, who just joined us, or if you just skip around, if there is no Game 7, I'm already on camera, I'm not showing it. The cat's going, I don't want to be here anymore. And we'll just do some general chat for a few minutes. How's that? If got Game 7 to follow. We'll see. Embry pitches to Machado. Fly ball to center. Back goes Bradley, and Machado puts that one off the light bottle. That is long gone, and the Dodgers can smell it. A huge home run from Machado makes it 4-1. And you can smell Larry King's Bengay all the way up here. Yasiel Puig is 2 for 2. He singled twice and scored. Here's the pitch. Puig, ground ball to Bogarts. Over to Pierce. And there's 1 out. David Freese is 0 for 1. Oh, he walked and scored. Here's the pitch to Freese. Strike 3, gets away from Leone, over to Pierce, 2 out. So Kike Hernandez will be Heath Embry's last batter. Heath will give you an inning, hopefully an inning and a 3rd. He's 0 for 2 with the strikeout. Hello there, OG. If you see in the chat asking if Al's going to do it, Al's got an interesting World Series going on. He's playing dice baseball. And the road from the 67 World Series, and the road team has won the first 5 games. So the Red Sox will have the chance to actually win at home. Embry delivers to Kike, strike 3. So 1 run on the monster shot by Machado. Halfway home in Game 6, it's the Dodgers 4, the Red Sox 1. It'll be Betts, Benintendi, and J.D. Martinez to face Kershaw, who's probably in his last inning. The best news for the Red Sox is they get the Dodger pen. Betts is 0 for 2. Kershaw delivers, strike 3, and so that's 6 for Kershaw. You know, it's been 30 years since the Dodgers have won a World Series, and if this was actually the case, Kershaw would be getting a statue right now at Dodger Stadium. He struck out 6 through 4 1/3. 78 pitches through 19 batters, 3 hits, a run it was earned. It was not earned, pardon me, and struck out 6 because the Dodgers have made 3 errors. Benintendi's 0 for 2. Kershaw delivers, strike 3. He guesses wrong, and that's 7 now for Kershaw. Here's J.D. Martinez. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout. The Fenway faithful are chewing on their gloves. Here's the pitch. There's a little looper that's going to go all the way to the monster. It's a single, and so that's the 4th hit for Boston. And here's Xander Bogaerts, who desperately needs to do something. He's 9 for 22 on the series with 0 for 2 tonight. If he should reach, Steve Pearce will bat. Kershaw's pitch. Liner up the middle. In fact, that is going. How about that? Yep, he did something all right, and it's 4-3. He just hit a laser beam over that stop and shop sign out in center field. That's his first home run of the World Series, and it's a 1-run game. And now, as you know, it's always time to stop and shop. And for Xander Bogaerts, he bought the groceries. Are you hearing that, Bill Parcells? He bought the groceries. It's a 1-run game, and Kershaw's right at 90 pitches. So Fenway has woken up again, and here is Steve Pearce. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Here's the pitch from Kershaw, and that's a fly ball to left. Back goes Taylor. He'll turn and watch it go. The Red Sox have tied the game here in the 5th inning. It is 4-4 and a brand new ball game. So that Kershaw statue I was talking about a few minutes ago, it's already been torn down. Bogaerts and Pearce, back-to-back, have made it a 4-4 game. Ian Kinsler, the batter. Ian is 1 for 2. He scored a run. And Fenway's on its collective here. Ground ball to Machado. Over to Muncy. And that retires the side. Not before the Red Sox have tied the game. 3 runs on 3 hits. We played 5. 4-4. Herb, you're a good sport, my man. So, what do I do here? Porcello's my pitcher tomorrow. It worked last night. We'll do it now. Eduardo Rodriguez comes in. He's not pitched in this World Series. He's here to bridge a gap. In real life, he went 13-5. He was the starter in Game 4 on an emergency basis and won in the real World Series. It's a 3.82 ERA, 129 2/3 innings, 119 hits, 16 home runs, 45 walks, and 146 strikeouts. He'll face Bellinger, Taylor, and Barnes here in the 6th. Everybody will go, maybe with the exception of Chris Sale, because Sale would be my game's. No, Porcello's my starter. So even Chris Sale can make an appearance tonight in Game 6. And if this one does go 7, all bet. It's okay, Herb. All bets are off if this goes 7. Bellinger is 0 for 2 tonight. He's struck out once. Rodriguez delivers, and there's a little number to Nunez. That goes over to Pearce on the bang-bang play. They got him. So Fenway has been reanimated. Here's Chris Taylor, who was 0 for 1. He's also walked. Rodriguez can go up to 75 pitches. Here's the pitch to Taylor. Fly ball to left center. Benintendi is there. 2 out. Austin Barnes 1 for 2. He does have 2 RBIs. Big hit in the 4th. Put the Dodgers up 3-1. Here's the pitch. Grounder to Bogarts, who dives over to Pierce, and Pierce dropped it. He knocked it down, so it's a low throw by Bogarts. See, I got the little jiggly thing there, and so the Red Sox make their first error of the game. So shoddy defense, the theme of the night, and that'll bring up Max Muncy, whose solo shot in the first to lead off the game gave the Dodgers a 1-0 lead. Rodriguez delivers, and there's a high fly ball to right center. Back goes Betts, and that will be the side. No runs, a hit, no errors, or 1 error. You know what? The errors haven't hurt, which is absolutely stunning. Hi, Brad. Oh, no, this is not the real World Series. We're now in the full what-if territory, Brad. Herb's thinking it's the real one because the Dodgers are still in it. Here comes the human egg timer, Pedro Baez. He has pitched 1 inning in this World Series, 2 hits, a home run, and a walk in at the 27 ERA. He'll face Bradley Jr., Nunez, and Leon here in the 6th. Jackie is 1 for 2 with a strikeout. If we do go 7, it is Walker Buehler for the Dodgers and Rick Porcello for the Red Sox. Pitch to Bradley. Little nubber to Hernandez, over to Muncy. Got him. For Nunez, who's 0 for 2. Baez delivers, and that's ball 4. So the go-ahead run is on. A 7-pitch walk, and Nunez is going to steal. 89% chance. Barnes' throw down to Machado is in time. It backfired. 89% does not equal 100%, and the Dodgers get a huge out. So 2 out for Leon, who is 1 for 2 with an RBI. He is singled and struck out. Pitch to Baez is a ground ball up the middle. Hernandez to Muncy, and that retires the side. And so we go to the 7th. Pins and needles time here at Fenway. It's the Dodgers 4 and the Red Sox 4. Turner, Machado, and Puig against Rodriguez, who's now gone a full inning. And I'm now managing by the seat of my pants. Turner's 0 for 3. There's the pitch. There's a fly ball to left. Benintendi, though, will watch it hook foul. A long, loud strike for Turner, and the count is full, 3-2. So if you weren't nervous before, you are now. Full count to Turner. Here's the pitch. Up the middle. Bradley can't get it. He gets it on the hop. And so the Dodgers have a hit. And that brings up Manny Machado, whose solo home run in the 5th gave the Dodgers a 4-1 lead. So Turner the go-ahead run at first. 4 runs, 6 hits, 3 errors for the Dodgers. And they've stranded 6 so far. The Red Sox trying to come down from a 3-1 deficit. 4 runs, 6 hits, and an error, and they've stranded 5. Pitch to Machado, gets away from Leon, and Turner goes to second. So full count, nobody out. Turner on second. Pass ball from Leon. Here's the pitch from Rodriguez. It's a ground ball to Bogarts. Looks Turner back over to Pierce, and that's a huge out. 1 out for Puig. You know, I would walk Puig here, but David Freese is as lethal in this game as he is in real life. So they'll pitch to Puig, who's 2 for 3 with a run scored. He singled twice. Rodriguez delivers, ground ball to third. Nunez over to Pierce. Is it in time? Turner goes to third, but Puig is retired. And so you've now reached the point where every out, every base runner is like a game of Jenga. Who's going to let that pile hit the floor? And so that brings up David Freese, who was struck out and walked, scored a run, and was also hit by a pitch by Price. So the go-ahead run sits at third. Rodriguez delivers, and there's a fly ball to left. What did I say about clutch? That ball is gone! Freese puts it over the monster seats and near the Bud Light sign in left field. And so the Dodgers go up 6-4. So Nate Eovaldi comes in. He threw 4 1/3 innings in his start. Took a loss. He's a 6.23 ERA. 6 innings, a walk, and 5 strikeouts. 2 out here in the 7th. TK Hernandez, who's 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts. So Eovaldi's ready. Pitch to Hernandez is a fly ball to right. Bradley Jr. trucking a long way and makes a diving catch to end the inning, but not before the Dodgers get 2 on the big home run by David Freese. It's stretch time at Fenway. There's 35,000 apprehensive people. It's the Dodgers 6, the Red Sox 4. Pedro Baez pitched his first inning and only had 11 pitches to do it. So it's Betts, Benintendi, and J.D. Martinez here in the 7th. Baez delivers, and Betts hits a little number down to Turner over to first on a bang-banger, and Betts beats it out. It's an infield hit. He hit that off the end of his bat. The grass is longer at Fenway than it is in Dodger Stadium, and Turner just had a hard time trying to cope with Betts' speed, so the tying run is at the plate for Benintendi. He's 0 for 3 with a strikeout. The pitch, and Baez gets him to swing and miss at a 2-2 fastball at 96, 1 out. For JD, 1 for 3 here in Game 6. Single, struck out. Scored a run. He scored 9 in this series. Baez delivers, and there's a ground ball to Machado. To Hernandez for 1. Will they turn 2 over to Muncy? Yes, they do. And Pedro Baez has thrown 2 scoreless innings after 7. Hey, Bubba Husky and Dale. After 7, it is the Dodgers 6, the Red Sox 4. And don't forget, if there's no Game 7, I'm going to go on camera and we're going to chat a little bit. Okay? All right. So it's Bellinger, Taylor, and Barnes for Eovaldi. Bellinger is 0 for 3 with a strikeout. Eovaldi delivers, and there's a fly ball to right. Back goes Betts, and that's gone. So Herb Pilgrim and the Dodgers dugout celebrate. It's 7-4. And Fenway goes silent again. Here's Chris Taylor. He's 0 for 2. He is walked. And it'll be Jack Peterson to pinch hit. Jock is 3 for 21 in the series with an RBI. Eovaldi delivers. Strike 3. He got him on an off-speed pitch. He looked at strike 3. Here's Austin Barnes. I wonder if they'll pinch hit Grandal for him. Nope, Barnes stays in the game and hits this one a ton to left. Back goes Benintendi to the scoreboard for the 2nd out. So Max Muncy, the batter, Max 1 for 3. He led off the game with a home run. 7-4 Dodgers, top of the 8th. Here's the pitch to Muncy. Got him. So Dylan Florio comes in. The Dodgers are 6 outs away from the World Series. Their first championship in 30 years. Dylan Florio has 2 innings under his belt in the World Series. He's allowed a hit. Walked 2, struck out 3, and has a win. It'll be Bogarts, Pierce, and Kinsler, the heroes. Bogarts' 2-run shot in the 5th, followed with Pierce's solo shot. Tied the game for Boston. But the Dodgers put 2 on the board in the 7th, thanks to a David Freese home run. And then a Cody Bellinger blast made it 7-4. Blower delivers, struck him out. Here's Steve Pierce, 1 for 3. Blower delivers, and there's a base hit right field. Pierce will round first. That got down in there in the right center field, and they'll bring up Ian Kinsler, who is 1 for 3. He has singled and scored. Jackie Bradley Jr. on deck. Pitch to Kinsler. There's a little nubber down, or ground ball to Floro, to Hernandez for 1, and Muncy, and that is 2. And the Red Sox are 3 outs from their season ending. Evaldi will come out. They're going to go with Kimbrel. They cannot let the Dodgers score anymore. Kimbrel was 0-1 in this series with a save, but his ERA is 16.88. And in fact, it goes down to game 1, and the bullpen melting away his 5 runs on 5 walks, and to get 1 out, which has changed the whole balance of this series. He's walked 8, struck out 4. Justin Turner, Manny Machado, and Yasiel Puig due up for the Dodgers here in the 9th. Kimbrel delivers, and there's a fly ball to left. Benintendi's there, 1 out. Jackie Bradley Jr. and a whole bunch of Will C's for the Red Sox in the bottom of the 9th. Machado, 1 for 4. His home run in the 5th put the Dodgers up 4-1. Kimbrel delivers, and there's a base hit in the right center field. Machado will hold at first, and that brings up Puig. 2 for 4. He scored a run. Kimbrel delivers. Strike 3. A late call, and there's 2 out. So David Freese, kind of the 21st century version of Mr. October. His big bloop might have given the Dodgers their first championship in 30 years. Throw to first, Machado is back. Kimbrel's ready. Here's the pitch. Freese strikes out. So it's Ken Lee Jansen, who struck out the side in his only inning in this World Series so far. Allowed a hit and a walk. Gave up a run, but it has a save. Yep, 2018 teams. Yep. So thanks to all of you who have watched. The Dodgers are 3 outs away. Bradley Jr. and then we'll see. Jansen's pitch, and Bradley slaps this one in the right field. He's on with a single. And now I'll bring up Nunez. You know what I'm going to do? Bradley's got an 82% chance of stealing second. You know what I'm doing? Nunez is a 10 hit and run. I'm going to hit and run. Here we go. Ground ball to third. Turner over to Muncy. At least they can't double Bradley anymore. And so 1 out, and no, Sandy Leon is not going to bat. Who have I got that can hit right-handers? The Brock Star. Brock Holt, 1 for 4 in this series with a walk and a strikeout. Not to break the flow here, but Action PC released all 10 playoff teams already. So if you have any version of Action PC baseball, I think for $7 you can get all 10 playoff teams. They're not as refined as the full set would be, Brad, but it's worked. It's worked for this. So Jansen's ready, and so is Holt. The tying run is still on deck, but Betts is on deck. Jansen delivers, struck him out. And so the Red Sox are down to their last out. It's Mookie Betts. He's 1 for 4. Yeah, it's only the playoff teams. It's 1 for, and I got a good story in about 2 minutes about that. Betts is 1 for 4. I've said that. He has a single and a strikeout. And 25 Dodger players are ready to celebrate. Jansen's ready. It's a line drive to Hernandez, and the Dodgers have won the World Series. They do it in 6 games. They do it on the road. The last 3 Dodger World Series clinches were in American League parks. Yankee Stadium in 81, sorry Herb. Oakland Alameda Coliseum in 88, and 2018 at Fenway Park. The Dodgers have won the series. In 3 hours and 47 minutes, Pedro Baez gets the win. Floriano and Jansen gets the save. And David Freese with the big hit tonight. The Red Sox just couldn't get anything going. They had it tied. And the bullpen just didn't have much. So Freese is the game's MVP. Hold on, I'm going on camera in a second. And so that's it. Who we're going to say is the MVP of the series. Here's your stats. Freese hit 2 home runs. Machado hit 2 home runs. Hernandez hit 2 home. Machado had 7 RBI. Alex Wood. It says JD Martinez. I'm not going to go with that. I guess you'd have to go with Machado. So the Dodgers win the fake World Series in have the what if World Series. 4 games to 2. The 2010 Rangers aren't going to like this. No, that's funny. All right, let me adjust the window here and get myself on camera. And move chat window in front of me. Okay. Well, I was kind of hoping for a Game 7, guys. Just because it would have been a lot more fun than looking at me chat for a minute. But I want to thank you so much. Shouts out to Al, Red Sox fan, good friend of the channel. Go check him out. Talked about him already. Brad 62, Max Cornelius. I know that the original Grognard was here at some point. Herb Pilgrim, who seems to have passed out from the team he was rooting against, losing the World Series. So whatever questions you might have would be good. I was going to do a video to run if I had to set up a Game 7, because they had all the playoff teams for the postseason. Oh, Herb, thanks for watching in. So I ran a partial postseason using the playoff teams, and after the divisional series, the only team that made it from the real Final Four was Milwaukee. Cleveland beat Houston, despite Charlie Morton throwing a no-hitter for the Astros. The Red Sox lost in 4 to the Yankees. The Cubs beat up on everybody. So I didn't finish it because it didn't make a heck of a lot of sense to do that. I wasn't even close to a World Series. The Braves beat the Dodgers. So you had Milwaukee and Atlanta in the American League, or the National League, and you had the Cubs and Brewers. No. Yeah, it would have been the Cubs and the Brewers in the National League. Okay, well, that's not very fun because, didn't get any of the teams right. So I ran a season in OOTP 19. And the Yankees beat the Cubs in the World Series. The Red Sox lost the wild card to Toronto. And for the Yankees, Stanton hit 67 homers and Judge hit 50. And OOTP, I guess they're basing this on their preseason rosters. The Mets won the National League East. Cleveland won by 8 gazillion games, and no one really contested. So that wasn't really kind of weird. So no video on that. But that's what you get. You just never know what happens. And so here we are. The Dodgers won this World Series 4-2. The pre-one I ran, they won it in 5. Um, but in real, this is just a simulation. You know how the Red Sox did. They went 7-1 on the road in the World Series. That's pretty impressive. 7-1 on the road. They lost one game to, well, they lost game 3. They swept the Yankees. They swept Houston, and they took 2 out of 3 from Los Angeles. So if you guys got any questions or comments or requests or whatever, I still see some of you watching, so now's the time to do that. But congratulations to the Dodgers for their Sim World Series win. Just kind of goes to show, as Al and I were talking last night on his channel after the game, that's why they are Sims, as Al says, is that, Dave Roberts just did not manage that series very well. No extra innings. You know what, Dale? It was, I thought of you when I woke up Saturday morning and saw that game 3 had gone 18 innings, because we had you and I and Seth Ross had talked about that, what would happen, and the game ran until 3:30 in the morning. Here you go, kids. Let's watch some baseball. So yeah, do you ever allow for injuries? I had on same game injuries. I think I did for that. Let me check my settings here. When the tape series start to run, Herb, they're same game injuries because I do one game injuries. Impact only the current game and temporary injuries. Because it's a pain to try to figure out who would go in there. I mean, my rosters weren't the same as the real ones. When's the parade in LA? Well, let's see. It would probably be Thursday, wouldn't it? Right before Dungeons and Dragons at 8 o'clock Eastern on Jester's channel will be the Sim Parade in LA. Magic Johnson will be there. Vin Scully will be there. And that will be about it. Maybe they'll have lunch together. But Max asks, where would you put this 2018 Red Sox team among other Red Sox teams that I've seen? I wish that I had seen more of this team play in the regular season. I think of the 4 teams to have got of the 4 teams that I've seen win a World Series, I think this was the best of the 4. You can argue that 78 team was probably right up there too. And my gosh, the 2003 team, Billy Miller won the batting title from the 9-hole. But they probably had the best postseason run. There was a big article in the Athletic or the Wall Street Journal today on that. They've tied the Yankees for most ever wins. I'm not sure. I would say if it's not the best, it's the best to win a World Series. If you want to put 78 or 2003 in there as the best losing team, because let's face it, the 75 team wasn't great. It got good at the right time, and the 86 team really came out of nowhere. The Mets should have. I can say this now because it's over. The Mets probably should have swept the Sox in '86, but yeah. As far as just in the 120 years of Red Sox baseball, it's probably in the top 3. Al, what would you say to that? I think it's better than 2004 team. We talked about this morning on Al's show. This team gelled together so well, and that's what matters. It's the best managerial job I've seen since Francona in 2004. And I saw there was an amazing stat today, I saw that the Red Sox scored an amazing amount of runs with 2 out, and it was the highest percentage of 2-out runs since 2004. So, yeah, I guess that to answer your question, Max. I always hate to call the current team the best team because it's the one that's freshest in our mind, but I mean, no Red Sox team had won 100 games since '46, which is before my time. I don't look that old, do I? All right, so yeah. Let's see. Anything else? Let's see if we push. I don't know if Al's doing a game tonight. I can tell you what's coming up on the channel. Football returns tomorrow afternoon at noon. We'll live and, of course, on demand because it's on YouTube. We have the Kansas City Chiefs and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Chiefs are 6-2, and the Steelers are 6-2. So we'll have that for you tomorrow at noon. Al says the 77 team was one of the best offensive teams with mediocre pitching. Wasn't that the year that Ferguson Jenkins won 20 games? Yeah, I mean, that team just bashed the ever-living snot out of the ball. What's wrong with Kershaw? I think, Dale, a couple things he's had a couple bouts with injuries. And once you start to have back problems, you just can't get it. You just aren't yourself again. Yeah, the Steelers are on tomorrow at noon, Herb. Yeah, so I think just back-to-back injuries seasons have hurt. Not a problem. Have hurt. And so while he's in the very, very good column, I would not call, he's no longer in that stratosphere of it's his world and we're allowed to live in it. The point that I was making with Al last night as far as Mookie Betts, I'm not sure that he is not in the same house as Mike Trout, but he's in the same gated community. Big Papi won 3 rings with him. This is the first ring the Red Sox have won with. Oh, was he 5? This was the first ring the Red Sox have won in 100 years that didn't have David Ortiz on the roster. Jenkins was 577. Okay. That makes sense. And 76 was just a bad year. Too much rubber chicken and Bill Lee getting in fights with Thurman Munson. So, yeah, I guess it would be the best team. Let's see. Thursday, we have Dungeons and Dragons at night. That's after our non-existent coverage of the Dodgers Championship Parade on RD Jester's channel. And the other, actually, it's interesting because we'll feature our first NFC West matchup of the 78 replay. Whoever wins will have a stranglehold or a tie in first place in the NFC West as the 3-5 Los Angeles Rams play the 4-4 Atlanta Falcons from Atlanta. So that's the 2 games on Thursday. Friday night is our next nighttime cast, and Al and I will get together this week. We're going to do fights, first Friday night fights, and you're going to see scheduled 15-rounder between Mike Tyson and Joe Louis. A collab effort between Al and myself. So that will be Friday night, probably about 8. He's going to lose money. All right, so that's what we got coming up for you this week. So, yeah, it's interesting. You do the what-ifs and all that. And, there was a blueprint there in how the Dodgers could have done it. Not saying that management cost there, but the Dodgers did what they had to do when they just couldn't do it in the real games. Just goes to show just how good the Red Sox are. So, David Ortiz. So, any more questions? Next week, the Ron Juckett Show will return next week. Am I going to have Gillette or Pabst Blue Ribbon beer for my fight sponsors? They still make Genesee and Schaefer up here. And Narragansett. I'd love if someone ever sent this to Narragansett, I'd love to have them sponsor. But there should be a beer sponsor. I'm not sure who it would be. It could be Falstaff. Could be PBR. Aren't they doing the real fights, though? Aren't they? But I'll think of something. There's always Falstaff. Yeah, think of some defunct brewery that can sponsor that. I don't want to run afoul of anybody's real copyright, but yeah. So I'm looking forward to that, and Al is too. Al will be watching with you, but he will be in the chat to answer your questions, hopefully, for that. I'm not sure what time for doing that. It's my mother's coming to spend time with my wife. Billy Bear! Oh my God. Anyone ever had Utica Club? I'll let you think about that. So I'm not sure what time we're doing the fight Friday, but I've already taped the backup fight in case the first fight goes wrong. Not wrong, but over quickly. Billy Beer. I had, you know what? As a kid, I had a 6-pack of mash beer. Do anybody remember that? I mean, they made a Dallas beer, J.R. Ewing beer, and so I had a 6-pack of Mash 4077 beer in camouflage cans. Never drank it. Of course, I was only 8, 9 years old. So yeah, so we'll have a fake beer sponsor for that. So that's what's coming up on the channel this week. Appreciate all this. I will get this up on a playlist tomorrow. Let's see. Herb, Dale, do you have a channel? Herb doesn't have a channel. Max has a channel. If you're not a subscriber to Max, please go do so. Because he does some retro sports gaming as well. Al, you know what he does. He does everything, and he does it well. He does some fights. He's doing some baseball. Valentine. Oh, and Al has a box of Flutie Flakes. I got a box for my dad the year that came out. Because he was the world's biggest Buffalo Bill fan. Him and the Russert family. And so it was cute to get in the box of Fruity Flakes. Valentine beer with Mel Allen. Actually, I think I did an inadvertent going on for one of those home runs. Yeah, what's some of the other ones that I had? That's a whole other thing. So, the Ron Juckett show, which was preempted tonight before, so I could do this. Tony Whitehill will be my guest. I'm not sure what night we'll do that with. And it may be at a strange time because he works early mornings at his radio station. And so we're going to talk to Tony about some Vermont high school football. And like I did with Al, about Tony. Tony's got a great story. I've known Tony for a long time. Alka-Seltzer with Speedy. Are you ready? You're going to get to hear me sing. Plop, plop, fizz, fizz. Oh, what a relief it is. It ties in with a football replay. It should be Lipton tea. Because... Yeah, no, okay, no, you don't, okay. All right, so Dale does not have a channel, but I'm delighted that he comes in and watches me make a fool out of myself. There's a channel I want to promote that joined me yesterday. He watched Al and I overnight and subscribed, and I want to give him a shout out to Elon Fictional Sports Universe. It's not one word, it's 4 different words. Elon or Elan, E-L-A-N, Fictional Sports Universe. He was doing some World Series, he did a World Series game, and I don't know how old he is, but that kid has got a set of pipes. He gets excited, which is what you're supposed to do. He had Cleveland and Washington playing in his fictional World Series. So that was good to see. But Elan Fictional Sports Universe. I would love him to become Ian or Elan. Am I going to do winter meetings? Oh, you mean like I used to do with Ricky? I'm not sure. The show that I want to do is much more of a sit and chat and get to know people type deal. I'm sure we'll do something. It's my channel. I can sit there and do a couple-minute thing or not. I'd love to get Ricky. Ricky will be on the Juckett show at some point. But yeah, I suppose if something substantial happens over the course of that, we can Elan. Okay, thanks, Al. Elan Fiction. I'm gotta go back up and look. You get to look at my bald head again. Elan Fictional Sports Universe. He seems to do a bit of everything, and he's so good. He really is so good. He's good enough that if you're watching this, bud, later on, because he had to work tonight, he was upset he couldn't watch live. Get a hold of me, and let me know. We'll see if we can get you. You're good enough to be doing this stuff on the radio. Okay, I have the disability thing. I really can't do too much on the radio, but this kid is good. So go find his channel. We're gonna make him part of this community if he wants to be. He only has 23 subscribers. Let's get him some love, and go subscribe to his channel because he is good. All right. Okay. So am I doing winter meetings? Like I said, I think we'll probably do one there. Whether it's just if Ricky and I come on and do something, I'd love to get Drew Douglas on. We'll see. I don't. I think Harper's going to sign pretty soon. I would imagine that won't wait, but we'll see what happens. And Dale, do come on? Would you come on? As I wait for that, I'll ask one more round for questions. I've got 7 on one thing and 5 on the other. If you'd like to be on the Ron Zuckett Show, I'd like to make that happen for you. Hey, dog, how are you? You missed it. The Dodgers have won the Sim World Series. They won Game 6, 7-4, I think the final score was. Name of the guy's channel is, no, Elan is all one word. Elan Fictional Sports Universe. Kid has got, he may not be a kid, I don't know. One great set of pipes. Dog Sidious, by the way, has not been hired the new coach of the Cleveland Browns, but his name is on the list. What a purge that was today, huh? That and the offensive coordinator. Gone. How you doing, dog? Dog Sidious, our everything Star Wars expert. Great guy. His channel's over 200. I'd cut everybody. And is playing some new Western game. I'm not good with these things. All right, so let's see. Anything else? So we got 2 football games for you this week. A fight on Friday. Hockey. Oh yeah, hockey returns. Gonna do that. Is now going to be all on tape. I'm not going to do any more live hockey games. They just don't draw enough to make it worth my while to do them. Red Dead Redemption 2 is what Dog is playing, and that was pretty fun. We'll do some live hockey games, but I'm just going to tape them now and run them on Saturday and Sunday, and you can watch at your leisure. So that's what we got coming up. We're halfway through the 78 football season. I realized that there's an Eastwood, but a video game. Okay. I realized that 9 playoff games once that series is done, but we're going to do it every week. So it'll be done sometime in January. We restart in hockey. And if you can think of I've got some non-sports games that I can play, but if you can think of something that is easily run on a keyboard, let me know. I'd love to expand my horizons. Okay, I will let this go a minute or 2 more. Let's see. Oh, and of course, Dog Show is on Saturday night, and him and Al and the original Grognard and Comics with Bueller and Al and Stratomatic Delaware talk a lot about some great things that I have no clue about. They get into comics, they get into sci-fi, they get into movies. They don't really get into sports and history, which are my 2 things, but they are a riot to watch. So if you've never watched that show, it's usually Saturday nights. Be on Al's channel this week. Okay. You watch that because they're just guys having fun together. And so it's on Al's channel this week. So yeah, the Dog City Show, and sometimes it's Chat with Al. All right. Anything else? So again, if you so hit like and subscribe. Football tomorrow at noon. Thanks so much for everything that you guys do for me. I'll talk to you tomorrow for the Chiefs and the Steelers Week 9 action at noon Eastern on Retro Sports Network. Thanks a bunch. Have a good night.